What's going on? So this video is about protein. As you can see, I have a ton of protein right in front of me here, and each one is weighed out. When I turn my scale on, we are about at 6 ounces here. This one, for instance, is 6 ounces of ground turkey, and that is 45 grams of protein. Why am I telling you guys this? Because you need to eat your protein to get buff. End of story. So even if I weigh out the next one here, I'm not even sure if you're gonna see this on camera, but I'll do it because I actually weighed these out to make sure they were close to 6 ounces, around 6.1, just very close. This is ground beef, 93 lean, and it's got 43 per serving. Again, we have chicken at 50 grams per serving. I also threw in eggs and egg whites here at 68 per digestible serving, and 2 fillets of tilapia right there at 42 grams. So each one of these would be a meal in a bodybuilder's schedule. So for instance, eggs for breakfast, chicken paired with a carb, ground beef paired with a carb, ground turkey paired with a vegetable, tilapia for dinner, and so on and so forth. But the idea here is to show you guys some of the proteins that are very useful in building that quality muscle you all seek out there. For instance, this protein is going to work a little bit differently than this protein. How do we know this? We don't, but our body does know this. It understands the difference between amino acids to a degree. And why do I say this? I'm not some science guy. I'm just saying give your body different types of protein. You'll find that some are digestible a little bit easier than others inside your body. For me, I always have been strong egg and egg white guy. It digests very easily. But sometimes when I come over to chicken, if I don't cut it up with scissors, it's not as easily digestible for me. So, but all in all, I can eat all these meals. That's why I put them out there. I just eat them in a fashion that works for me, which is usually cut everything up or mash everything up into small little eatable pieces and then pair it with a carb. I just try to shoot for about 1.5 grams of protein per day. But lately as a bodybuilder, I've been actually upping my protein even more so into 300 to 350 grams per day, which is a lot. It may seem like a lot to you, but the rule of thumb here is about 1.5 gram per pound of body weight. So if you get on the scale, regardless of how you look like, if you're 200 pounds, multiply that by 1.5 as a guy, and you will have your macro of protein that you need to eat daily to achieve some gains, at least if your other part of your diet is in line, such as your micronutrients and your vegetables and your carbohydrates that you pair up with your proteins. But this is a good visual image for you guys to see. I have a serving of tilapia. I have a serving of breakfast right here with eggs and egg whites. And I have a serving of ground turkey, ground beef, and chicken. These are all small enough to be palatable and be hungry again within